Stanley Parable. Stanley Parable has been out for many years, and I've never played it. I've heard lots and lots about it, but I still don't know what it's about somehow. So I'm excited to play. The end is never the end.
This is the
Oh
story
God.
of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I'm gonna pass out. Oh, can I stop?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Oh my
What
God.
if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome
This can't be part of the game.
fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No.
What is happening?
This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break
Can I
me.
move?
In here I can be happy.
What is
I will
happening?
be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days.
Oh my God, I feel sick.
Years gone by. He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told
Right,
what to do.
I need to restart the game.
Now it's just...
Okay, so we're back to the same point. I was definitely not supposed to be spinning, and I almost vomited. This is really cool so far. Right, now what am I supposed to do? Okay, let's go out this way, see. No. Click on the door? No, okay. This one? Nope.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room, okay, let's find that. It's a big office. No, we're going this way, okay. In there? Nope, that's the hostage room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do I do what he says? Ah, fuck it. Right. What's that? No, okay, normal office. Ah, this smoke
Yet
marker
there was
meeting
not a
room.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Tips for not
Stanley
getting
decided
fired.
to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Boss's office, really? They pull up inside you, take out passive aggressive. That's cool, right? Boss's office. Room closet.
Coming to a staircase,
Ooh.
Stanley walked
Up or
upstairs
down?
to his boss's office.
Up. Go in this door? No. This. Executive bathroom. Don't think that's it. This is a massive office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
Like a
stunned
tennis
to
court.
discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Oh,
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Shit. 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
What's happening?
By sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. This is strange. Okay. Now, well, fuck it, let's just go in. We're going down. Okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think.
How far are we going?
To question the nature of his job.
How big's this office?
Now, when for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay, right.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind control facility. I mean, escape. Do we go the way that's out, or the way that's definitely going to get us killed? Killed? Sounds good. Let me click on that.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this
It's like the
place
X-Men
hold?
room.
Stanley thought to
Professor
himself.
X.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay. Definitely not creepy. CCTV, is that the only button? Okay, let's give it a push.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Holy.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Oh, that's not creepy.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And
Someone's not there.
eternally monitored in this place.
Someone else.
Where freedom meant nothing.
Why are they red? Are they dead? Alright. Onwards. It's like lost with all the numbers.
It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Okay.
No.
Upwards.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
Oh,
labeled
shit.
with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Can I press the button?
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Do you press the big red button? Always. Oh, I can't press it. Can I jump? No, I can't. 5. What did that do? Nothing, okay. I look inside of a robot. What's going on?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Off. What? Yeah, I could sort of see.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
All I can see is how dirty my monitor is. Really?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Have we made it out?
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his
Please don't be a
code
mindfuck.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Let me out.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Come on.
Stanley
Yes.
felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Is that it? Achievement unlocked. Beat the game. I'm the world's best gamer. Okay. What? I thought I was done. Is there a message? Can I? No. What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Wait.
simply missed a memo.
What? It's replaying again. I swear, if this is one of those mindfuck games. Right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We went through the left last time. We're going to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I don't
and
care.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now, do I listen to them? I don't want to listen to them. No, we're going this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I don't care. Okay. Right. What's this? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. I assume it would.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I'm kind of curious
I'm not
now.
your enemy,
Will
really.
it cause death?
I realize that investing your trust
YOLO.
in someone else can be difficult, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to
Did
tell
I
him
die?
what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
What? Oh, not again. Right.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it.
What?
If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What do you mean, don't say someone's following me? I'm not in the mood to shit my pants. Come on.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
We're going through the right again.
This was not the correct way
No,
to meet
shut
him,
up. Don't
and
care.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Alright, we're going straight
Wow.
through.
Yes, this room. But
Wait,
eager to get back to
is
business,
it different than
Stanley
last
took
time?
the first open door on his left.
No, I don't think so. I'm not going through there, I'm going through here. But we're not going to jump off.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What's this say? Penalty for misuse of cargo lift 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the lift 5,000. What? If you jump off, I don't think you're getting that 5 grand.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Alright, this is creepy now.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Who's her?
Stanley, your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Who is
She's
her?
been waiting.
Oh, come on. Every game and every movie I watched in my life leads me to not want to go into the dark room. If I have to.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out.
Hello? Hello? No, no, please not again. Oh, thank God.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh, that was horrible.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
No.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside.
No, 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 no,
Let
no,
me
no.
show you what's really going
No,
on.
no, please. Oh, do I have to? Oh, no, go this way.
Sorry,
Ah!
but you're in my story now.
Why did that scare me? It was just a wall. Oh, fuck. Ooh, shit. Oh, that is so creepy. Oh, I'm so
This
jumpy
is a
now.
very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? I'm Stanley. What do you mean? Press O on your key. I'm pressing. Oh, is it actually O, not 0?
Stanley
It
is
is.
quite a boring fellow. He has a
Get
job
away
that
from me.
demands
Why are you
nothing
looking
of
at me
him,
like that?
and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press. Stop making me
Look
press
at him there,
buttons.
pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Stop. You're in my head.
Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press. Stop.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go
Let
on
me
fantastic
out.
adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
What? Press J to watch. Where is the TV? Oh, okay.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
What is this
First, he
game?
imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Oh, why does that have to be there?
Upset him terribly.
Press 8 to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought
Are you
that his
good?
decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Can I press a V to prepare? Oh. Where's V? You can't
As
find
he
it.
wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
What is that?
Down one path lay an enormous round
Did you have the Vindaloo last night?
monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press 8 to tell. Oh, stop.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he read
Pixar lamp?
again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press E to tell your wife. Oh, if that's my wife, I ain't telling her shit. Look at that. Oh, fuck it. Go on then.
But there is no answer.
No, 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 no.
Possibly be.
Not again.
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press L to go. It's gonna.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Arms are folded, not pressing shit. I can wait here all day. Please. Please do something. Please don't make me press the button. Please. Ah.
You see?
No.
Can he just not hear me?
Not again.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press 5 to question. Stop.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please
And
die.
Stanley pushed a button.
Excuse.
And I tried again.
What?
And Stanley pushed a button.
How am I supposed to do that then? Excuse me. What? Did I die? Wait. Wait. No, not again.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a
Oh.
sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very
Is there something
much
different
that it
this time?
was.
We're gonna see a person. Hope I don't, because I'll shit myself. Again? Can I go through one of the doors? No. Anyone? What does that actually say? I don't know. Can't quite read it. Something the outer, maybe? I don't know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Alright, we're going through the
he
right
entered
again.
door on his left. This
No,
was
not the
correct
left.
way to the meeting
No,
room,
don't care.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Okay.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Straight through. Speed run.
The lounge was sublime,
Fucking meow.
a work of art. But eager to get back to business,
Fucking
Stanley took the
meow.
first open door on his left.
Right, I'm actually going to take it this time.
So he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the
Is this a
opposite
mini
door,
WWE
and got
ring?
back on track.
Do I go this way or that way? Let's go this way. Can I go this way? Can I open? Nope. Ah. Right. That's really bright. No, not
Not
again.
a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Don't care, don't care, don't care.
Stanley
Straight through.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I'm gonna go down this time. We
Coming
went
to a
up last time.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Can I do anything with this? No.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
How is there a
Admitting
car
he
in
left
here?
His post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
Wait.
And in
What?
such a competitive economy,
Open
why
up.
had
Wait,
he
it can't have gone
taken
through there,
this?
surely.
All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Just one
His boss
space.
would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of
Please
my
stop
coworkers
talking.
became mysteriously out of existence in a single moment.
1, 2,
for no
B4.
reason at all.
That's how you
None of it
alphabet.
made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Oh,
For
God.
example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh,
Why did
no.
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
No, please
For
don't.
that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeated?
Wait.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at
Oh.
last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a
Don't
relief Stanley
even
felt.
know what's happening
He
anymore.
finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually...
No.
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back
Come
to
on.
my boring
But just keep
real-life
going.
job pushing
Keep going.
buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So
Come on.
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it
What is going
so much
on?
fun. And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
What is this
How was he
game?
remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of
I'm just gonna
all
keep going.
entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
I would love to
everything
know
I'm
that.
doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley.
Oh my
who
god,
found
my
it
brain's gonna
particularly strange.
explode.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove that he was in control.
Get
that
out
this
of my
was a
head.
dream. So he closed his eyes
What if I do this?
and he invited himself to wake up. He felt
If
the
I wake
cool
up in that
wave
office
back
again,
in
I'm
his
gonna go
spine,
mad.
the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
That ASMR.
I'm through with
Get
this
out of my
one.
ears.
I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
This
Everything
game is
will
not
be
normal.
fine. I am
Ah!
okay.
Get out of my head. Okay, at least we're not back in the office.
Stanley began screaming. Please, Someone wake me up.
Oh
My name is
no,
Stanley.
please
I
don't
have a
jump
boss,
scare
I have an office.
me.
I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
No, please don't bring her back.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and
Is that me?
screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she
Can I
was to
move?
be
No.
normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Is that it? Are we finally done? The end really is never the end. Oh god. Okay, well I'm gonna leave that there. That is just... Oh, my head hurts actually. If you do want to see another one, please let me know, because I did enjoy it, but I'm sure there's multiple endings. But as always, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.